And we are live. Welcome to the very first episode of This is Private Practice for this week. It's Thursday. Oh my goodness, what a busy week it has been. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. I did have some plans to do these episodes while I was away. So if you've been on this page at all this week, you will have known that I've been out of town. I was asked to go and meet with a client on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, which is a really gorgeous place to be asked to go. So thank you, customer, for making that happen. But it's a complicated case and a complicated gentleman, and he needed a lot of time and attention. And that's okay. That's why I went. Hey, Nicola. And the reason why I didn't do the This is Private Practice videos is because I needed to make sure I had clarity and was present. And sometimes I can process verbally, and that's completely inappropriate to do about a client. So I wanted to make sure that I was protecting him and his family and myself, making sure I didn't say anything on these videos that may have been misconstrued as identifying or as a way of not being ethical and professional. So that's a really strong behavioral cue, isn't it? Just don't do the videos. But it also gave me an opportunity to just be incredibly and fully present on the task at hand. And that's a really good strength. That's a big strength of my personality. I like to be incredibly focused and give 100% of my time and energy to the thing that's in front of me. And I can get a lot done. I can get a lot done. I can get a lot of complicated information sorted out and put the jigsaw puzzle pieces back together in the jigsaw. And that was what I was doing a lot of the time. I was helping this client communicate better with his treatment providers. I was helping his treatment providers make more informed decisions about ongoing treatment. And I was able to help my client feel like there's a positive, hopeful future for him, which is what I'm about. I'm about helping people take back control of their life and giving them a hope and a sense of future again. So hurrah, success for me. What I loved about being away, however, was that somebody else got to make my bed. That is one of my favoriteest things, is someone else makes my bed. And then someone else prepares my food and washes up the dishes. Seriously, that is a favorite thing of mine. I think every time we go somewhere, and my husband says, oh, what do you want to get out of, this week away together? And I'm like, someone else to make the bed and someone else to prepare my food and someone else to clean up after me. In an ideal world, that would be happening all the time. But right now, I don't want to be spending my hard-earned finances on that when I have other things that need my attention, like tax payments. That is a really disappointing thing about being a business owner, isn't it? That we often have to pay tax. And sometimes it feels like we're doing a hell of a lot of work just to pay tax. Then I have to remind myself that I too like to drive on paved roads, that I like to know that we have an ambulance service, a police service, and a fire brigade, that I like my rubbish being collected, that I like that there is emergency health services for everybody in the country, not just me. So I can get over myself and contribute to the tax payment. So it's Thursday, and today I've had a pretty full-on day coaching. Can you believe the 5 Favorite People program is due to end next week? The end. That's 12 weeks of coaching and training and learning how to build relationships and connecting with referral sources and loving them up, not in a weird way, but becoming really strategic and intentional about who you want to partner with in terms of helping your patients, your clients, referral sources and their patients and their clients, and not just walk around with the transaction hat on of, I've given you a business card, give me a client. I've given you a free thing, give me clients. Give me, I've been nice to you, give me clients. That's not relationship building, that's transactions. And we need to be better than that, because people don't come to treatment for a transaction. People come to treatment for transformation, to feel better. We take people on a journey from illness to wellness, or disability to ability, or whatever the phrases are that you want to use. So we need to be treating our referral sources and our prospective customers as a part of that continuum of the conversation. Something really important came up in our group call again today. And this group has been fantastic. They've been so attentive and been implementing and finding creative ways to practice, which is really cool. And we've done some work on how to talk to prospective clients and how to talk to prospective customers or referral sources. And I think it's really important to say this again, is by the time people come to your website, they've already been really vulnerable in saying, I think I need some help. By the time people get there, they're already feeling awkward. They're already feeling like, this doesn't feel right. I'm not sure if this is going to work. And what happens is a lot of health professionals don't recognize that it's tough for somebody to reach out and ask for help, especially mental health professionals. But it doesn't matter who you are. It's really tough. My uncle is the primary carer for my grandmother. He finds it tough to ask for help. My husband, who doesn't like taking a Panadol, he finds it tough to ask for help. I don't need any help. No, I'm joking. I find it hard to ask for help. So how can we communicate with clients before they're clients to make it easier for them to ask for help? And how do they know the type of help that they need? So it's our job to help them be educated, to help inform them, to help them make a buying decision or a treatment decision. So instead of trying to talk to clients about the fact that they're already, they're in CBT or DBT or ACT, or, we're going to do this technique with this therapy, help them understand how you're going to take them on the journey of recovery, or the journey from injury to non-injury or illness to wellness. Help them, but they don't need the minutiae. They just need to know that they can trust you. They just need to know that it's going to work for them. Because one of the biggest objections anyone ever has about engaging with any clinician is this going to work for me? You can have all the data, all the research, all the evidence under the sun, but still that person sitting in front of you is still going to ask, will this work for me? So you need to get really clear on how you're going to answer that question and how you're even going to interpret that that's a question, because they won't verbalize it. They will not verbalize it. It'll come out in other ways. So it's been really fun working with the 5 Favorite People community on helping them understand these objections and where they're coming up, and to prepare some language around that and how they can actually help people improve their communication with each other and feel more confident in being able to ask for help. Because mental health issues are getting worse. The World Health Organization continues to escalate the number of presentations that are going to be occurring by the year 2020. And we can now think beyond 2020. 2020 isn't that far away. 2020 is only 3 years away. And I've just noticed that somebody that I went to school with, Marcus, is on this video. Hey, Marcus. So yeah, 2020 is turning up and I now feel fairly old. So that brings me to another point. Where are all the super experienced clinicians? Where have we all gone? It worries me, it concerns me, it upsets me that the experienced health professionals have all left the profession, that we have such high rates of burnout in these professions, that people who have got 3 years postgraduate experience are the experienced clinicians. That really worries me. So clinicians, please start looking after yourself. Please ask for help. I know it's hard. And sometimes we don't even recognize that we need help. Sometimes we're so caught up in the doing and the doing and the doing and the doing that we don't need help. That's why it's super, super important to have people in our world who can give us perspective. Paula Kensington, thank you for helping me understand that 2020 is the year after the next one. So I'm looking forward to talking to you in 2020, because I still plan to be here. And I still plan to be doing clinical work, and I still plan to be inspiring and encouraging and relating to people all over the world and making sure that we're looking after clients the way they need to be looked after. That was a lot of different topics and subjects in this episode today. Thank you very much for everybody who turned up. I am really tired, in case you can't tell. It's been a big couple of days, but it's been well worth it. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I've had the awesome Sophie and the fabulous Faith here today, getting our accounts here at Purple Co all sorted, hence the little rant about taxes earlier. And I'm really looking forward to talking to you about the successes of the week. So turn up again tomorrow and let's celebrate what the week has brought you, what you've done differently, what you've experienced, and what you've really enjoyed. So go have a fabulous morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to talking to you again this week.